And here it is. Let's go here. Let me share my screen with you and then we continue it. Okay. I hope you can see my screen right now.
Yes.
Can you see it? All right.
Yes, we can.
Good. So this was the last session, and shortly I'm reviewing the last session's topic. As you see here, and we understand from this picture, we have one fact, one reality, one event. What's that? It's an elephant. And we have different ideas, different understandings, or different interpretations. As you see, people have different ideas. One person says it's a fan, the other one says it's a rope, and the other one says it's a tree. Which one is right? Who is telling the truth? Who is telling the right? Everyone is right, but no one is right. As you see, everyone talks about the reality, but they're not talking about the fact. What is the difference between reality and fact? Reality is something that happens to me. Reality is something that happens to me, and for me it is real. But what is the fact? Fact is the thing that happens and is not, it doesn't depend on my understanding or my interpretations or my judgments. Reality here is a rope. Reality is a fan. Reality is a spear. But what is the fact? Elephant. And this is the story of life. People don't understand the fact and they judge and they think about the reality. This is my reality, and they believe it and act, behave, and think based on their realities, not their facts. Okay. So as last session, this was the first slide, and second one. What was the first presupposition of the NLP? What is presupposition? They are the frameworks of the NLP. They help you to understand what the NLP is. They show you the framework and foundations of the NLP. This one is the first one. The map is not the territory. The map is not the territory. As you see here in this slide, here we have the territory. It's the nature. It is the fact. But what is the reality? Reality is our map. But map is completely different from the reality or the territory. So what does it mean? It means that whatever is outside and whatever is here in my mind, in my brain, is completely different. Why? Because I used a lot of filters to process this data or data that comes to my mind. So these filters, each one changes and alters the input data. Because of that, whatever we understand inside is completely different from whatever we see outside. The meaning of the map is not the territory, is this. The model is not the reality. The model is not the reality. We all know. Here we have the reality of, for example, Mercedes-Benz Maybach. And here we have a model of it at this size. So the model is exactly the same as the real model, but it's small and it doesn't have the function. We cannot use this model as the bigger car. So the model is not the reality. Like if you go to a restaurant, the menu is not the meal. Menu is not the meal. We read the menu and we understand the foods, but it's not the meal. The map is not the territory. This is that one. So what is this? And what is the result? What are the results of the map is not the territory? If I have this in my mind, if I remember that the map is not the territory, so what are the changes of this belief, this mentality, this thinking system in my mind and in my life? First of all, we understand that our understanding is imperfect. What is imperfect? Imperfect means it has some problems, or it's not 100% complete or standard. It's first one. We understood that our understanding is imperfect. So don't just rely on yourself. Don't say always that, yes, I am right and other people are wrong. I know I'm right. I know this, I know that, and other people don't understand it. No. First of all, the NLP says, learn that your understanding is imperfect. Your understanding. And don't care about others. First of all, we have to understand that our understanding is imperfect. Next one, the next second result is this. Our judgment is not necessarily right. All the times, lots of things happen to us and happen to anybody in the world, but our judgments or our interpretations are different. And you see, in everyday life, we see lots of people and we automatically, subconsciously, automatically start judging them. Yeah, we look at a person, he's not a good guy. She's not smart. She's a stupid. He's nonsense. He's a wet blanket. We just tag, we put lots of labels on people's forehead. Why? Because it's the result of our judgments. But we understood that our judgment is not necessarily right or true. Why? Because our understanding is imperfect. Why? Because the map is not the territory. Why? Because whatever we understand here is different from whatever is outside. Another result of the map is not the territory is this. I don't need to judge people. Wow, this is a big result for us. Why? Because from morning to night, we judge other people. We judge our husband, our wife, our child, our dad, our mom, our sister, our brother, our friends, other people on the street, our, let's say, actors, actresses from morning to night. We have paparazzis. They follow their actors, actresses, or famous people. Why? Because people want to judge them. But if we understand that the map is not the territory, we understand that we don't need to judge people. Why? Because I have only 3 resources: time, energy, and attention, my mind. So if you're judging other people, it means that you are spending your internal resources on unwanted or unnecessary thing. So what is the result of this? Nothing. You lose every source, everything inside, and you gain nothing. We understand that based on this presupposition, we don't need to judge other people. The last result, the last main result of this presupposition is this. Other people have their own map, so they think, learn, and understand differently. What is map? Map is understanding. My understanding is different from the other people's understanding. So they think differently, they behave differently, they speak differently, and they live in a complete different world. So here, suppose that in the world we have 8 billion people, okay, in rough cut number. So 8 billion people in one world, but we have 8 billion different worlds in the world. So world in world. Each world is your understanding. Your world is different from your father's world. Your understanding is different from your father's understanding. So in this case, you don't need to judge other people because you see that, yeah, it's his understanding. It's her understanding. I cannot help him. I cannot help her. Why cannot? Because they don't want you to help. We only help the people who they ask us to help. Then we came to this part. Second supposition of the NLP is this: the meaning of communication is the response you get. The meaning of communication is the response you get, not whatever you are doing. If you think that people behave, speak, and act differently with you, so where's the problem? You. The problem is you. So you need to focus on yourself, not other people. The meaning of communication is the response. If you receive the positive responses from people, it means that you are doing well. But if you receive the negative responses, if you see wherever you go, people don't help you or don't pay attention to you or they neglect you, okay? So who's doing this? Wait a second. Who is writing here? So people, please try not to write on the screen because we need to explain and talk here. The only person that writes is me. If you have any questions, please ask me. So whenever you receive the negative responses from nearly all people, okay, it means that there is a problem inside you. You need to solve this problem, not other people. The meaning of communication is the response you get. How? This is the golden percentage of the communication. Dr. Albert Mehrabian's 738-55% rule. What is communication? We have three forms of communications. Number one, verbal communications or spoken words. It is only 7%. It is only 7%. Its effect is only 7%, not more. Then we have our voice and tone, up and down, pitch of the voice, playing with the voice. It is 38%. And the strongest part is your body language. Body language includes your facial expressions, your hand gestures, body movements, all of them. They convey the message, your message to your audience. Which one is the strongest one? Of course, your body language, and then your voice and tone of voice, and then just the words. Imagine the simple word, hello. So I say the word hello, normally, hello. How do you feel? Nothing, neutral. Now I'm changing my voice and tone of voice. Hello, hello, hello. You see, the meaning changes. The same word, but the meaning is different. Then I use my body language when I'm communicating with you. I say, hello, or hello. You see the body language? It gives the message. So the words are not as important as your voice and your body language. All right, that's all for this part. Now, we are going to today's lesson. And here we see it's okay. I'm checking the group chat if you have any questions or problems. If not, we go to today's lesson. And I'm sharing it with you. Okay. People, any questions or problems so far? Do you have any questions?
No, I don't.
No, thank you. If you have any questions, problems, or more explanations, I will help you. Yes, totally clear. Thank you. Done. Now, today's lesson starts from here. This is another NLP's presupposition. There is no failure, only feedback. There is no failure, only feedback. What does it mean? It means this. Whenever I'm trying to do something, if I cannot do it as well as possible or as well as I expected, it doesn't mean that I failed. It doesn't mean that I'm the loser. I lost it. No, it is the feedback. What is the feedback? Feedback means the result of my action. I receive the response from the environment or from the other people. It is called feedback. So, for example, I ask you a name. Do you know Michael Douglas? Do you know Michael Douglas?
No.
No. Okay.
No, I don't.
So, do you know Steve Jobs?
He is actor.
Yes.
Michael Jordan.
Okay. Do you know Steve Jobs?
Yeah, I know.
Yes. Do you know Mahatma Gandhi?
Yeah, of course.
Yes.
Yes. Do you know, let's say, Bill Gates?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you know Elon Musk?
Yes.
Yes. Why do you know these people? Why do you know Steve Jobs, Elon Musk, or Mahatma Gandhi, but you don't know Michael Douglas? Because Michael Douglas said what? There is yes failure and no feedback. He said there is yes failure, no feedback, and he stopped trying. But Elon Musk, we know it. Why? Because he says there is no failure, only feedback. They never give up. Because of that, we know Elon Musk. Because of that, we know Steve Jobs. He never said, yes, I give up, I stop, I never do it, I quit, I stop doing. No. Or like Mahatma Gandhi, he never said that I quit, I give up. No. Because of that, we know these famous people, but we don't know Michael Douglas because he failed and he stopped trying. This is the fact. This is the true story of life. Now I draw your attention on, let's see. So this mentality is one of the most important mentalities here in the world. Do you know this person?
No.
Stephen Hawking. He was a theoretical physicist.
I know Stephen Hawking.
Okay, so when did he die? He died at the age of 74, I think. When he was young, he was okay, and he had no problems. When he was 21 years old, he started showing some symptoms of special illness. He went to the doctor, and after a lot of examinations, his doctor told him that you are going to die at the age of 23. But he said, doctor, I will live longer than you. In his mind, of course. He didn't tell the doctor. And what happened? His doctor died earlier than him. What happened? He said he started having this thinking system, started having this mentality that there is no failure, only feedback. Okay, this is the failure of my my body. Yeah, my body's failure. So it's a feedback of my body, but I'm not failing mentally. And he started thriving, trying. He never gave up. Another person, for example, I think you know him, Mahatma Gandhi. He never gave up. He has changed the total result of the India because he was thinking that there is no failure, only feedback. I tried this time. No, I couldn't get the answer, the desired result. Okay, I will try again, and try again. Finally, I'm gonna do it. You know, there is a saying that says, let me show you. And it's Steve Jobs, we talked about him. And you know his life story. After a long time, he founded the Apple company. And after some years, the board of directors fired him from his own company. They said, go out, we don't need you. So this is the Apple company. Steve Jobs was fired he got the axe, and and then he said, okay, there is no failure, only feedback. He started founding another company. It's called Pixar. And then Pixar became stronger. Then Apple bought the Pixar, and Pixar and Apple became one company. And again, Steve Jobs came back to his own company. Why? Because he said that there's no failure, only feedback. I'm not going to give up. I will never quit. Okay, this way I couldn't make it. I will change my way. As it says, Hannibal says, I will either find a way or make one. I will find a way or make one. I will never give up. I have only two options, two items in my life, not three. Number one is finding a way. Number two, or making a way. I don't have giving up. No, I don't have third option. Find a way or make a way. So all the successful people always follow these kinds of mentalities. Everyone, like Jeff Bezos and Mark Zuckerberg and many, many others, famous and strong people, they never give up. I draw your attention on this video. Let me play it. So, can you see this? Who is he?
Yes.
Yes.
Who is he? Do you know him?
I don't know him.
He's the Pitbull, the famous singer in America. If you check it, you can find lots of information about him. He's
Pitbull?
the Pitbull. Pitbull, yes, Pitbull. Famous singer in America. So this video is very useful video of him. Let's watch it.
There's no losing, only learning. There's no failure, only opportunities. And there's no problems, only solutions.
Okay, again. I play it slower so that you understand.
There's no losing, only learning.
There is no losing, only learning.
There's no failure, only opportunities.
No failure, only opportunities. If you fail, okay, it's the feedback. I'm changing my way or I'm making another way.
And there's no problems, only solutions.
There is no problems, only solutions. No problem. Whatever we have is the solution, but we forget the solution. Why? I will tell you why.
So to me, what failure is the mother of all success.
He says, to me, the failure is the mother of all success.
If it wasn't for Michael Jordan getting cut from his 9th grade basketball team, he wouldn't have became Michael Jordan.
So he's one of those people, Michael Jordan. First
to me,
of all,
what failure is the mother of all success. If it wasn't for Michael Jordan getting cut from...
I hope you know Michael Jordan. About, let's say, 30 years ago, he was one of the greatest, he was the greatest basketball player in the world. And what happened to him when he was in high school, his coach said that you're not good in basketball and go out of my team. He was cut out of the basketball team. But what happened to him? He went home and started crying all night. In the morning, he woke up and said, either I'm gonna make it or I'm gonna find a way or make a way. So he became Michael Jordan.
His 9th grade basketball team, he wouldn't have became Michael Jordan. You know, if it wasn't for, I seen an article the other day where they were talking about Oprah Winfrey.
You know, Oprah Winfrey. She's one of the famous let's say news anchors and TV host shows in America, Oprah Winfrey. She was working on TV, but they told that you're not good for TV, go out. What happened? She didn't give up. She started again, tried again, And she said, okay, there is no failure, only feedback. I will make a way or I will find a way. Now, she is one of the most important and famous TV show hosts in the world.
She got fired because she wasn't good for television.
She got fired because she wasn't good for television. You see, it's a funny thing.
You know, you got people like Walt Disney.
And you know Walt Disney. We have this studio, Walt Disney, but what happened? Walt Disney was the journalist. But he was fired from the newspaper. Why? Because they said that your imagination is not so good for writing the articles. And what happened? He started his own business and he started his own company, Disney.
Who got fired, if I'm not mistaken, from a newspaper saying he had no imagination. These are the same people that I got to deal with. Tell me what's not a hit record. You know that.
And for him, lots of people in his first part of his let's say professional life, lots of people told him that, yeah, you're not going to make it and you're not a good singer. You cannot make it. Now he's one of the famous singers in the world.
All they can do is learn and come back bigger, better, stronger, because all it's going to do is lead you in the right direction.
You see this
part, that all they can do is learn and come back bigger, better, stronger. Learn and come back. Learn what? Learn from your failure. Okay, I did this and this was the result of my action. So I'm going to do this one and I'm waiting for the feedback result of this action. If the feedback is not good, again, I'm going to change it. I'm going to do this one and I will get the result. And we all know one famous person in this area. Yes, Thomas Edison. He tried and failed thousands of ways of making a lamp. Yes or no? Of course, yes. And did he stop trying at number 5? No. Did he stop trying at number 10? No. Number 20? No. Number 100? No. He continued. He said, okay, I will make it or I will find a way. I will make a way or I will find a way. He didn't have the third option, which is to give up. Because all it's going to do is lead you in the right direction. See, if you're always winning, then you don't really understand what it is to win. You got to take those losses. You got to take those hits. There's got to be the valleys, the peaks, the ups, the downs.
This part is the
winning, then you don't really understand what it is to win.
What it is to win.
You got to take those losses. You got to take those hits. There's got to be the valleys, the peaks, the ups, the downs.
The life has ups and downs, difficulties and ease. So we need to have them. But what is the final step? It's our mind. We have to say that there is no failure, only feedback.
In order for you to, when it does happen, you go, wow, this is what it's all about. There's no lose.
All right, that's it. So as you see here, strong people automatically have this mentality, this thinking system in their brain and in their mind, and they do it. Not they just think, yes, there is no failure, only feedback. Yes. So what? They do it in in happy days. On happy days, cheerful days, everything is okay. So everyone is happy and we all say, yeah, there is no failure, only feedback. Yes, everything is fine, good. No, in difficult days, you have to show your mentality and your mental power. What do you really believe in? You know, the strong people in even the difficult parts of their lives, they didn't give up. They didn't give up and they didn't stop and continued their actions. The most important thing is this one. You need to be motivated. And let me show you here. Yeah. And it's this one. Our life, our thinking is made of our thoughts. If you think that you cannot you know, Henry Ford says, if you think you cannot, you're right. If you think you can, you're right again. Why? Because you make your reality. You make your reality. We have the fact outside, but what is reality? Reality is for me, the results of my thoughts outside. So if we have this mentality, we can change lots of things outside, like Suichiro Honda, you know, Honda. Suichiro Honda in World War II, there were lots of bombs bombarding the Japan, and he did what? He started making motorbikes. Before Suichiro Honda, there weren't any motorbikes in the world, but he started making motorbikes or motor bicycles by using the unexploded bombs motors. He put those motors on the bicycles and he started making motor bicycles or motorcycles. And he said that, okay, the situation is bad, but there is no failure, only feedback, only the opportunity. How can I make this situation in my favor? Again, how can I make this situation in my favor, not against myself, for me, not against me, in my favor? This is very important. You know, more than 80% of each society, everyone, okay, don't have this mentality. And if you talk about these kinds of thinking systems and mentalities to these people, they start saying, come on, you're stupid, and you are this, you are that, you don't know, I know everything. And they oppose this idea. Why? Because they didn't want to try more, to get more, to better results. This is the thing, but they are different from other people. And we have another company in America, Airbnb. It's about the renting houses. The founder of this company, I forgot his name, and Brian Tracy, and another person, Airbnb founders. And in the beginning, every single one told them that you cannot do it. Come on, this is a stupid idea. But step by step, they developed their application and they made it. And now they're one of the wealthiest people in the world. They don't have a house, but they're renting people's houses and they're making money for themselves. So they become successful in that case. And this mentality in your life is really helpful. And you know, people think that if I do this and if I fail, what will happen to me? Nothing happens to you. It's the result. It's the feedback. You can try again. Or for example, people think that, yeah, if I get married and I get divorced, so this is the end of the world. This is the end of my life. Everything is over, finished. No, come on, it's the feedback. You can restart. Successful people are restarters. Failures or losers, they never restart. They turn their system off. When you turn it off, so it doesn't function. Whatever I want to say is this: every thinking, every thought that we have activates special part of our brain. If you think this person is a bad person, or if you think this person is a good person, each thought activates special part of your brain that influences your behavior, your communication, and your words with this person. So imagine you're communicating with the world and you have this thought: there is no failure, only feedback, only opportunity. So imagine you have this idea. So how do you how do you communicate with the world? Completely different from the losers. But the losers have this idea: yeah, the situation is bad, my education is bad, my family is bad, my health is not okay, I cannot find any jobs,
And I tried to find jobs. For example, I applied 5 times, but I couldn't find a job. So the life is bad. God damn this world and this and that, nothing. So this is called the loser's lifestyle. But successful people, I'm not talking about the super successfuls or high achievers. I'm talking about the successful people, above average ones. Maybe you are one of these, one of those successful people, that you have this mentality, you have this ideology in your life, and you're practicing and doing and living based on this idea. So successful people, they have this idea. They say, no matter how hard it is or how bad it is, I am going to make it. Again, no matter how hard it is or how bad it is, I am going to make it. So this is my life. So I need to manage it. I need to control it. I need to deal with this. So let's do it. Let's try it. Let's practice it. Without doing, without practicing, without having these thinking systems in our lives, we are going to be a great loser, not great winner or achiever or a successful person. This is the point, and very important. And this is one of those important presuppositions of the NLP that we can apply to our lives. So this session and this presuppositions introduction is over. In case you have any questions or problems, I will answer your questions, or I will help you to understand more and clear. And here I'm checking the group chat. He disabled, yes. Pitbull singer, yes. He is still in Tesla. Who? He is still in Tesla. I don't know. And Edison is just a thief. No matter. I don't say he is this person or that person. Okay. Don't limit yourself to the people. People are the examples. People are the realities. At the beginning of the class, I told you, people are the realities. What's the fact? Fact says this: there is no failure, only feedback. And people are the examples of the doers, performers based on those mentalities and ideas. So don't limit yourself and don't be prejudiced. Yeah, he's good, only he is good, great, and he's bad. And no. Successful. If you want to be a successful person, if you want to have a standard and developed lifestyle and living system, you need to get rid of these kinds of bounding yourself to other people. People are just examples. There's no sacred people that come from heaven or this or that. No, everyone is the one, a person. So don't bound yourself, don't limit yourself to the people just. People are just examples. But the fact is the mentalities, ideas, and ideologies. Think about the best example that you Turkish people know. Think about Atatürk. So did he give up? Did he say that, yeah, it's difficult and making another government, come on, I cannot do it, forget about it. Another person will come in the future and do it. He never said that. He said there is no failure, only feedback. And no matter how bad it is or how bad it gets, I am going to make it. And he made it. He changed the country. He changed the government. He changed the life of one nation. So imagine Atatürk was a loser. Would you have this government? Would you have this country, the Turk country? Maybe you would, but in different style, not in this level. He improved the life level of Turkish people and the thinking system of Turkish people. So he never said that, yeah, I'm going to give up. And after his death, Atatürk was an example. He was a reality. After he died, okay, after his death, his thinking system continues. What is his thinking system? Thinking system of successful people.
thinking system of not failing, thinking system of trying, thinking system of improving. So successful people are their thoughts, and their thoughts made them successful, not their physique. We are the people, physical people, but other people, the successful people, even after their death, they leave a legacy, the thinking system for other people to follow and grow. Here I received, do you mean that we have to be powerful all the time or never give up no matter what? Exactly, exactly. If you give up, you know, what does it mean? It means that, okay, finished, kill me. It's a kind of fight in the life, you know. You need to hit or get hit. If you get hit, what happens? You give up and you say, okay, hit me and I'm going to die. But if you don't give up, you continue, you will get the desired results. But the most important thing, you have to know that this way is the right way for you, not the wrong way. Yeah, some people try to go the wrong way. Here is the mountain or the stone, the wrong way again and again and again and again, millions of times. No, if you receive the feedback, think about the feedback, okay? And then analyze it, and you may change your way and go like this. It's the flexibility. Flexibility is power. So if you have no questions or problems, no, group chat is empty. No other questions.
Teacher, you are the only activity which I follow by myself.
Thank you so much. It's kind of you. It's kind of you. I'm so happy and glad to hear that.
It's really
but
good.
Unfortunately, I haven't had the chance to attend your classes.
No
I'd
problem.
like to.
Mines are boring. Mines are boring.
No, for me, you know, it's a learning, and you know, a good person is a person that is lifelong learner. I want to learn. Yes, at least to learn to improve my Turkish. It's the minimum advantage for me.
You can watch my
Thank
YouTube videos. It's enough.
Right, yes. Thank you so much.
Arkadaşlar, herkese katıldığı için teşekkür ederiz. Herhangi bir sorunuz varsa sorabilirsiniz hocamıza.